Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. For those of the people who tune into SouFLoTV all the time, you don't know already. Say I'm a Clarendon country boy from Jamaica. Yes. So you see this story now that I'm gonna talk about. I talk about rolling calf and all these other things. I don't want nobody tell me. Say I didn't see what I saw when I was growing up. Them have a next saying, they say that belief kills and belief cures. So shout out to the Star now for this one, because the Star said that the headline actually said killed by 4 Duppies and the family blames demons for the loved one's death. The only thing about this story is I find the story extremely suspicious, and I don't think this person was killed by demons straight off the bat. I think this person was beaten, and this person either was beaten out of their senses, or this person was so intimidated by whoever gave him this beating that he had to pretend it was something else, like a Duppy beat him, and fabricate some story to keep his family not worried. You know what I'm saying? And he probably thought he was going to survive this beating, and he didn't. He passed. So Sakino Nico Ross, who's 30 years old, mysteriously fell ill last Monday at his home in Raytown, Kingston, with swellings all over his body and bruises all over his chest. Right now, my medical personnel who tune into SouFLoTV are gathering. They are about to say something in the comment section. On Tuesday, he died after more than a week of pain. Swelling and bruising all over the body. Relative says that Ross, who is a father of 2, went to bed on Sunday night and woke up in pain the following morning. Him say him dreams if 4 police are run him down.
There you have it. Right out of BLF-TV kitchen. My ribs. Right there. And as you notice, it's fall now, so we have a little fall setting, if you notice, in the background. Look at those chickens. And this gives a nice, very nice flavor. Right? And remember, we're making the Jamaica coconut cake. I love you.
Hot girl, you want me swirl. You take care of your pink pearl. Hot girl, you want me swirl. What am I say? I just show me up the thing where every man a dream of. Die, boy. BLF-TV just a sweet me, boy. Boy, them just a sweet me. Die. Dip down over the pumpkin first. See?
Drinking rum and Red Bull, and you see make me heart full. Them want me get half full like them want BLF get. Hey, me start the day with the flask cranberry with ice in a glass. Satellite can't find me last. Baby wanna lick a BLF at the bar. Yeah, what? For credit, as you make $1,600 worth of credit, tell her.
And him run in a one house, and him slam the door, and him tell one of the police about him mother. And when him wake up, him chest and him foot swell up big, him neck swell big, and him a cough blood. This is what Tashik Ross, who is his sister, told the Star. Me bring him go St. Joseph's Hospital first. After 2 days, me bring him go Kingston Public Hospital. Them say nothing no do him. So him tell if he bring him go up him grandmother in St. Thomas. Now you know Jamaican people already know say when you say St. Thomas and then you say Obia, them kind of go like something synonymous, right? Alright, him tell them so if he bring him up him grandmother, which is in St. Thomas. So now, the Ross's grandmother, she there St. Thomas. Him asks if bring him go to St. Thomas. So The story continues by him saying, she said she bring him to St. Thomas Hospital. She bring him to St. Joseph Hospital first. And after about 2 days, me bring him to Kingston Public Hospital. Then, them said nothing to do him. So, him tell me if he bring him go up at him grandmother in a St. Thomas. Alright, got it clear. Ross's grandmother now theorized that he was being beaten by 4 demons. Now, according to Tashik, which is his sister, she said that the 4 police them in the dream are the 4 demon them. And when him slam the door upon the police, at the first lick that him get in him chest, him get the dream, but him couldn't figure it out. Them set Duppy upon him. Relatives now believe that Ross, who is dead, who was a construction worker, and who to their knowledge was healthy, was the victim of Obia workers. Police now gonna believe, or people now gonna believe, is what she said. But a 4 Duppy kill him. And a gunshot or so, them send 4 Duppy for beat him and kill him. Me feel it. Him dead in him granny bed, up a country. Him granny pick it up, say a Duppy a beat him, go up there. But it did too late. Not that, now that him dead, every swell gone down. This is what Nalda Sims Ross, niece-in-law, told the Star. So a family friend and neighbor said Ross was beloved in the community because that's where he's from, you know what I'm saying? And even now, the whole community still a ball for him. Right now, as me a talk, cold bumper take me. Me feel it. Me a 40. I me never believe in them things here, but me believe now, he said. Family physician though, this is the part that you need to listen to SouFLoTV audience. So, the family physician now, which is Dr. Alverston Bailey, says that he has never seen any similar cases like this throughout his practice. And he said specifically, quote unquote, I have never seen anything like this in my 40 years of experience. I've never heard of anyone who died because of visitation from demons. I am going to be tempted to think that the person sustained some injuries. It suggests that he received multiple trauma. Whether or not they were inflicted by the living or the dead, I can't comment on that part right now, is what the doctor said. And like I said in the beginning, it is my assumption that this brother took a beating from somewhere. And something in a something where he can't talk who beat him, either that or he was beaten to a point where he lost reasoning. So him start run and talk about Duppy. I remember a brother in Jamaica got a beating like this, and he came back to our community just acting really strange after a serious beating, bust up him head and thing. So there was trauma being trauma to the body, trauma to the brain, you know. And that's the thing that's just my belief though. Leave in the comment section what you think happened to this brother. Body bruise up body bruise up, chest swell up, neck swell up, hands, limbs swollen, coughing up blood. That sounds like a beating, but it sounds like a physical beating more than Duppy beating. I might be wrong. Now, moving right along. So the next headline says that Drake is upset. Drake, the singer, is upset at Popcaan's Grammy snub. The international rapper Drake, who is a multi-Grammy winning artist, has expressed dissatisfaction with the Recording Academy for overlooking Popcaan for this year's Grammy nomination. Now here's the thing. Popcaan don't even have a passport to enter the US, so I'm not surprised that they would snub him on the Grammys. Now, given the fact that he is signed to OVO, which is Drake's entity of music, I would think he now has some pull in the Grammy department, because Grammys, for those of you who don't understand it, it's not just given to a good blazing artist. There are behind the scenes things like being a part of some type of a commission and submitting certain tracks to be considered and all kind of something have to go on in there. So if you don't have anybody on the inside for you, then you won't even be suggested for a Grammy, let alone be nominated for a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? So Drake is very, very displeased. But he said some real stuff. He said, I think that we should stop allowing ourselves to be shocked every year by the disconnect between impactful music and these awards, and just accept what was once the highest form of recognition may actually no longer be that for the artist them, and that exists now. And the ones to come after, this is what the OVO label frontman said in a social media post, right? He went on to say, it's like a relative that you keep expecting to fix up, but they just can't change their ways. This is a great time for somebody to start something new that can build up over time and pass on to the generations to come. Now, could you imagine if today we were saying, yes, the Grammy is the highest award in music, and it was started by Drake and Popcaan and something like that. Do you know that Drake, I think, this is my personal belief, Drake make enough money and has enough power and pull to where he himself could start something. The same suggestions that he's making, but I'm not the one to speak on how somebody should spend their time, but I just think that he's in a position to do so. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I have also said it myself before, that why are we waiting for these outside entities to validate us about our art forms? This is our art form created by us. And then we look to outside people to give us validation for it. And if they don't like it on the outside, then we start to tweak it to their liking. Then that's going to change the authenticity of our art form. You see what I say? So man, we make music now, just forget Grammy. Them start water down the thing to cater to a broader audience, or to cater to a different type of an audience then. The type of audience that is in control. But if that it come to, then that's selling out the culture, right? All right. Popcaan did not make the final cut in the best reggae album category for 2021. And those nominated, listen to the nominations now. Those nominated are Skip Marley for Higher Place, Buju Banton for Upside Down 2020, wicked piece of album, Maxi Priest, It All Comes Back to Love. Then you have Toots, shout out to the legend who has passed away recently, Toots and the Maytals, Got to Be Tough. And of course, the Wailers, legendary Wailers, One World. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to make a big guess right here. And my big guess is going to say that roll drum, brrrr, bam, 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 bam. My big guess right now is going to say that Skip Marley is going to walk away with that Grammy. Reason why? Go and look at Grammy history. Bob Marley never get a Grammy from he was born, but this is Bob Marley's grandson. Look how Bob Marley's sons have ruled the reggae Grammy category. And not only that, but they are also connected on the inside of the Grammys committee, or whatever you want to call it, by way of Ziggy Marley's wife, right? So them have the hookup on the inside. So that's why you say Marley after Marley. Now, don't get it twisted. Very talented young artist. I swear I was watching him the other night. And me and wifey there, I said, boy, Bob Marley's voice really transcends and carries his image as well. It was like watching Bob Marley in 2020 when Skip recently performed alongside Shenseea, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, ZJ Liquid and them for, I believe it was the BET Hip Hop Awards for 2020. So I like the music, and the Marleys definitely put out good soul-stirring music. However, I think that Upside Down 2020 by Buju Banton would be the album that I would vote for if I was going to vote for who should get Best Album Grammy for this year, 2020, at the Grammys. I would just say it had to be Upside Down 2020 by Buju Banton. Now, given Buju Banton's, wish part him there and what he went through previously and recently with the US system and them thing, I don't know how that would play out, or if they would honor or give a Grammy to an artist that is no longer or does not come to the US or have documents to travel legally, freely in and out of the US. So we have to go see how that go. Of course, my favorite artist, VYBZKARTEL, I thought VYBZKARTEL was going to be there. I don't know how deep his connections are with the Grammy nominees, not nominees, but the Grammy committee and all these things. I don't know where background hookup is with them, behind the scenes thing with them. So that is it. But if I was to really vote based on the list that they have put out, I would say Buju Banton, Upside Down, for sure. All right. Popcaan now, while saluting this year's nominees, he said on social media that differently though, on a corruption level, high no be pop, and you know the rest, bomba clot. We unstoppable though, dancehall music. We not stop until uno accept we. This is what Popcaan wrote. And remember his song Twist and Turn made former US President Barack Obama's playlist this year. Not to say that is anything big by itself, but the song got huge. Alright? Now, dancehall, of course, is the thing that they all copy. They all like it, and just Jamaica doesn't get enough credit for it. But until Jamaica and Jamaican artists put them things together properly, and not just the artists, the other people who are involved in the industry, put their thing together properly and stop with the, you know, the click up, crew up kind of mentality, and they now work with this one, that the one. There are a whole heap of inner fightings and things go on. Until they do that though, we won't be at the level that we think we're supposed to be. In the meantime, you will have other people like Justin Bieber and, of course, Drake himself, Rihanna, and others who have popularly borrowed from the genre and scored major success off of it, bigger than any dancehall artist ever score off our own genre. So that's to tell you something in itself. And we have artists that can sing in plain English where everybody can understand it. So it's not like they're doing it in patois and nobody can understand. The thing can be tweaked, but then where is the authenticity? And even so, we lack the unity that it takes to be where we would like to be. But eventually, we will get there. Closing this video, I will say this. The Grammys don't validate us, man. It's another big award that you can put on your resume just to say, yeah, I got one, but it does not validate us. We validate us. That's all. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. I'm out. Peace.